The Story of Rock. Perfect for baby rockers. Now this, Dylan, was a gift from a very special friend of Mommy's from childhood. And she gave it to you because she's not only a dear friend of mine since we were kids, but she knew when I had you that you were going to be a rock and roller.
Oh.
And she knew Daddy. She knew Daddy's history. So this book was just a perfect little book. Shout out to my dear friend Kendra from San Marino. Love you, Kendra. I miss you. She moved out of state. She's married and she's got a great life. But we went to her wedding in San Marino and I haven't seen her in a few years. But we love Kendra. And she's always so thoughtful. So, Story of Rock. This was a gift from Kendra for Dylan. And such a perfect gift too. Hardcover book. Again, we're going through all of our books. Just want to have a copy of everything. Digital copy. These are board books. Very special. There's an old song that says, blues music has a soul. I love the illustrations, Dylan. Got the upright bass, guitar, and you got the guy on the trumpet. Saxophone. Then the blues had a baby, and they named it rock and roll. Amen. Chuck Berry came along with the guitar and made it sing. Oh yeah. Then Elvis Presley shook things up and the people crowned him the king. Love that. Guitar Man. That's a good song. He does a good song, Guitar Man. Bob Dylan gave us poetry. You know what, Dylan? Your name backwards is actually Dylan Bob. Dylan Robert. The Rolling Stones brought style. That's right. We got Mick. You know, I saw these guys perform. The Pasadena Rose Bowl. And they did the Voodoo Lounge tour, Dylan. And your grandfather, Papa, my dad, we were ushers for this concert. There was so much reefer going on at this concert, we just were losing our minds. And Papa, he's from another country, you know, so he couldn't believe what kind of hippies we had rolling through the front gates of the Rose Bowl. And he says, these people are crazy, crazy. He just couldn't believe it. This accent. That was a fun concert. We worked that together. Voodoo Lounge tour. But Papa thought they were a bunch of crazy nutcases. Which I guess in a way they were. And then, with Beatlemania, rock made the world go wild. Oh yeah, my parents loved the Beatles. And actually, Papa could never pronounce the Beatles with his Hungarian accent. He would say, the Beatles, the Beatles. And, you know, I got a funny story to tell you, though. You know how the Beatles, look at them. Look how gentlemanly they are with their suits. When Papa first met Daddy, and I said, Daddy was a musician, Papa wanted to know what kind of uniforms his band wore. They're a bunch of metalheads. He wanted to know what kind of uniforms. Funniest true story ever. Poor Papa, he was so naive. In the long summer of love, Janis Joplin's voice rang loud. Boy, she sure had a voice. Have you ever heard any Janis Joplin?
Only once or twice.
Yeah, I haven't played her too much, but I'm going to play her for you a little more. She got a beautiful voice. She had a lot of vices in her life, but you know what? She could sing, and she sang a lot of poetry too, kind of like Jim Morrison. The Who smashed their instruments. The Dead jammed for the crowd. Grateful Dead. Jerry Garcia. You know, they do a lot of inspirational ice cream flavors from that band. Grateful Dead. Some good stuff. The Who. They were okay. Never got terribly into The Who. But they were talented. In '69 at Woodstock, hippies gathered all around. We love rock and roll. Jimmy rocks, because they had, you know, Jimi Hendrix. He came out. Oh, you know who was a big star in, okay, I had a friend. Her mother she was at Woodstock. My friend Caroline's mother was at Woodstock back then. You know who did Woodstock? I mean, who performed was Carlos Santana. He was not of sound mind, honey, but he was an amazing guitar player. Still is. Yeah, and this was a outdoor festival that just kind of organically generated itself. It was not meant to be like a concert. It turned into one. Hendrix, yes, Jimi Hendrix, wailed on his guitar. It was such an awesome sound. Long live rock and roll. He was a left-handed guitar player, honey. Oh, he was so incredible. The way he could, there's not a lot of people that are as iconic as him. I mean, there are, but at that time there weren't. He was a trailblazer. Oh, look at this, Dylan. Aerosmith dreamed on while Zeppelin played full blast. Do you remember you asked me the other day that song you like to hear on the radio? And I said it was Aerosmith, Dream On. It was Steven Tyler singing one of their early songs. So, and then Jimmy Page and got the double neck here. Uncle David loves Zeppelin. It's one of his favorite bands. Uncle Kent too. They love Zeppelin. There's a Zeppelin right there. Okay, the Ramones played punk rock really, really fast. These are the Ramones, honey. And they did a lot of, they weren't necessarily related, but they all went by by the name Ramone. So they all had a name and they went by last name Ramone, like Joey Ramone, and I can't even think right now what their names were. But remember when Mommy always plays a song around Halloween, Pet Sematary? Mm-hmm. That's this band right here, Pet Sematary, the Ramones. I don't want to be living in a pet cemetery. Or I can't remember.
I don't want to be living in a pet cemetery.
I always play that song every year, but anyway. AC/DC wore school uniforms while playing Back in Black. We've got good old Angus Young here. You know, it's interesting. He is a rock and roller, and this guy was so good on guitar. A great performer, great artist, great rocker. And you know how the whole school uniform came about? If you ever listen to interviews with him, his big sister, she always thought he looked so cute in a school uniform. And he loved his big sister. And she had a sewing machine. And the back of the sewing machine had the letters AC/DC on it. And somehow he correlated that to being his band name. There's like a whole story, a whole documentary. And his younger brother, Malcolm, I think it was a younger brother. He died a few years ago. Yeah. Scaramouche sang Queen as they brought opera back. So this was Queen. Remember that? You remember a couple songs you like by them? We Are the Champions.
We are the champions.
Yeah. You love. Good old Queen. They have a lot of hits. Oh, David Bowie sang Let's Dance. This was, by the way, I forgot to mention this, the singer Freddie Mercury. I don't know why I didn't mention that. Okay, David Bowie, Let's Dance. Oh, the man knew how to dress. He was an interesting, eclectic character. I think he did it for attention, but anyway, David Bowie was a great artist. Uncle David loved him too. He had some pretty good stuff. He's a good thing to have on at parties. Tina Turner ruled the 80s, and her voice was simply the best. Oh, Dylan. She was a very good singer and great. She was always on MTV, and I remember going over to my friend's house in San Marino after school. Joan and Dave, they had a daughter, Heather. And I used to go over to Heather's, and they had a big giant flat screen TV back then, or maybe it wasn't a flat screen, but they had a very modern house for their time. And I remember watching on this big, large screen TV, Tina Turner. And Joan would come out in her little slippers, and she'd be dancing all over their dining room floor. Tina Turner was kind of a thing back in the day. It wasn't really a flat screen, but they had these big projected TVs back then. I'm getting ahead of myself. I was still a little kid. We didn't have the flat screens, but they had some kind of beautiful TV over there. And they also had a home that had beautiful walls with padding in them, like fancy upholstery padding. It was a very beautiful house. Anyway, 80s rock bands had big screams and even bigger hair. Slash couldn't see his guitar. Dylan, quiz. Who's that?
Slash?
Oh, that's Slash. Who's that?
Axel?
Yes, that's Axl Rose. Yep. And Bon Jovi was Living on a Prayer. Yep. A lot of music from him in high school days, you know. I used to like this song they did called Never Say Goodbye. It was like a high school ballad back then. That was in the 90s, honey. Okay. Pearl Jam and Nirvana rocked with the lights out. You know, this was like when grunge took over after the hair bands, honey. So we had like Kurt Cobain, we had Eddie Vedder, I think his name was Eddie Vedder. And in Seattle, grunge was born, and then ska fused with rock, no doubt. Oh yeah, ska music, that's right. We had, you know, look at this band. Do you know who that girl is?
No.
That's Gwen Stefani.
Oh, yeah.
Remember when she'd always be on the radio going, I'm just a girl. I'm just a girl in this world.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Weezer dressed like Buddy Holly, and their cruises were a ball. Yeah, they did that. They had a couple of hits. I don't know. That's like a K-rock band, I guess. Not really my thing, but it's cool. And who knew the White Stripes weren't brother and sister after all? You remember these two characters, and they were like a two-piece band, and he would go dum 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 dum. You know the song, and we'd be driving to school, and you're like, I like this beat. Turn it up, Alexa. 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 What's wrong with this? What's wrong with her?
She just got an update and it's terrible.
She doesn't listen anymore.
Me, Cindy. I'm running at peak performance.
Oh.
Though I have to admit, I do suffer from a chronic case of not being able to taste your favorite snacks or headbang spots.
She's talking back to me.
Specific I can help you with?
Yes, Alexa.
Shut up.
First of all, knock the attitude off, but we'd like to listen to the White Stripes. Play a song.
Amazon Music is currently playing on another device. Would you like to play on this device instead?
Alexa, I don't like your attitude.
Alexa,
Let me
play the White Stripes. Well, anyway, I can't think of the song. And now she's not going to play it. This upgrade sucks. Okay. Anyway, back to the story. All right. Now, some people say that rock is dead. Most greats are in the sky. Look at this, Dylan. Look. Look at these kids. They're trying to relive the music.
Yeah.
But the real truth is that rock and roll will never ever die. That's the great news, Dylan. Because if you love music, you can play it no matter when and where you are. The story of rock, from Elvis Presley to Beatlemania, from Janis Joplin to David Bowie, rock has transformed through generations while ringing true with passionate sound. Rock along with the greats in this delightful baby book that introduces little ones to the rockers that started it all. Let me see. This was published 2018. Yeah, because she gave this to you after you were like a few years old. Yeah, you were just a toddler when she gave this to you. But we've had this book for a while, and it's just so special, and I wanted to read it, be able to post it on your page. And it's a board book. It's cute for babies. Very sweet, very special. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it. Good night.
No.
Happy Holidays, Charlie Brown. A special Peanuts holiday collection by Schultz. This came with a CD collection. We had some DVDs, 2019. It's like it was a Snoopy box, little house. And anyway, Happy Holidays, Charlie Brown. Over the course of his 50-year career, Charles Schultz drew 17,897 Peanuts comic strips. Many of these seasonal storylines became perennial reader favorites, including Linus waiting for the Great Pumpkin, Lucy swiping the football from Charlie Brown at the last moment, or the gang writing letters to Santa. This special collection includes dozens of classic holiday-themed Peanut strips from the 1960s and 70s and can be enjoyed on its own or as a companion to watching It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, a Charlie Brown Thanksgiving, and a Charlie Brown Christmas. It's the perfect way to celebrate both the holidays and the 70-year anniversary of one of the most beloved comic strips of all times. Aw, classic. The Great Pumpkin is coming. See your local pumpkin patch for details. You know, a little tidbit of information. The original voice of Charlie Brown was a kid who was Hungarian. He was of Hungarian descent. Now, he grew up and he had a very troubled life. And sadly, this is kind of a sad footnote, he committed suicide. But and I don't mean that to be the sad part of why I'm telling you this. He was the voice, though, of Charlie Brown back in the early days of this cartoon. Yeah, I think he was maybe paranoid schizophrenic, but he had a very iconic voice. That was the reason I brought that up. Okay. Dear Great Pumpkin, Halloween is almost here. I've told everyone about you coming. Forgive me if I sound blunt, but if you don't show up this year, you've had it. Dear Great Pumpkin, something has occurred to me. You must get discouraged because more people believe in Santa Claus than in you. Well, let's face it, Santa Claus has had more publicity. But being number 2, perhaps you try harder. This is what happens on Halloween night, Marcy. The great pumpkin rises out of the pumpkin patch and flies through the air and brings toys to all the children in the world. I've heard about you. Look, she looks very skeptical, Dylan. Sir, do you believe in the great pumpkin? The great what? Linus says there is a great pumpkin who brings us toys on Halloween night. The world is filled with weird people, Marcy. I'm finding that out, sir. I can't believe in the great pumpkin because I've never seen him. But he exists. I tell you, on Halloween night, he rises out of the pumpkin patch and flies through the air. I think you have him confused with Santa Claus. Would I confuse the sun and the moon? Would I confuse NBC with CBS? Would I confuse the American League with the National League? Would I? I can't stand it. Oh, hi. Linus? Just a minute. I'll get him. It's for you. It's Charlie Brown. I'm not speaking to him. He insulted my belief. I'm not speaking to anyone who doesn't believe in the great pumpkin. Good luck with the world. You know why I believe your story about the great pumpkin? Because I'm very superstitious, that's why. The more impossible something is, the more I believe it. That's the way I am. This little girl, Dylan, her name's Peppermint Patty. She's the little redhead of the group. You think the great pumpkin story is impossible? Oh, it's impossible, all right. It's impossible, stupid, and ridiculous. But I believe it. I believe that the great pumpkin will rise from the pumpkin patch on Halloween night. I believe that he will fly through the air with his bag full of toys for all the children of the world. That is my belief. Here comes Charlie Brown. Repeat for him your statement of stupidity. That's belief. Excuse me? Tomorrow is Halloween, Snoopy. Tomorrow night I'll be sitting here in this sincere pumpkin patch and I'll see the great pumpkin. He'll come flying through the air and I'll be here to see him. Isn't that exciting? Whee! Snoopy. Of course, Woodstock, he doesn't know what's going on. He's just like, what the heck's going on? It's called a pumpkin. Tonight is Halloween. All the pumpkins you see tonight are filled with ghosts. Oh, Woodstock got scared.
You know, Snoopy is my favorite character.
I like
He has a house
Woods.
in Wellsville.
You know, I love Snoopy, but I love Woodstock and I love Pigpen.
You know, I do gotta do a Woodstock cast. I know I have a Woodstock, but he's lost in one of the boxes.
He's somewhere. We have him. I wish you could talk, Snoopy. Here you are sitting in a pumpkin patch with the possibility of seeing the great pumpkin. It's an emotional experience. I'd really be interested in knowing what thoughts are running through your mind. When do we eat? See, after all, Snoopy's just a dog. What are you guys doing? We're waiting for the great pumpkin. If he selects this pumpkin patch as the most sincere, we'll get to see him. Oh, brother. I think you're both crazy. We don't care what you think, do we, Snoopy? Snoopy's getting a little embarrassed, isn't he? I appreciate your sitting here with me, Snoopy. On Halloween night, the great pumpkin will fly over this pumpkin patch with his bag of toys, and you and I will be rewarded for our faithfulness. I know you're just as excited as I am. I wish I knew what you were thinking. This would be a terrible place to lose a contact lens. Snoopy, I'm the only one who believes in the great pumpkin. I'm the only one in this whole world who will be spending Halloween night sitting in a pumpkin patch waiting for him to appear. Am I crazy? Look me in the eye and tell me I'm not crazy. What could I say? Still waiting for the great pumpkin? Uh-huh. Where have you been? Out for tricks or treats? Yeah, I got a whole bag of junk. Do you want an apple? Thank you. If the great pumpkin comes, I'll put in a good word for you. If? I meant when. I'm doomed. One little slip like that can cause the great pumpkin to pass you by. Poor Snoopy, he's just so bored. Trick or treat. Smack. He kissed her. That's all the treat you'll get all night, sweetie. Snoopy's got such a sense of humor. Well, how did it go last night? Not so good. I sat out there until 4 o'clock in the morning, but the great pumpkin never came. I almost froze to death. I guess a pumpkin patch can be pretty cold at 4 in the morning, especially when it has been chilled with disappointment. Oh, great pumpkin, you've let me down again. I'll never believe in you again. Never. Don't listen to me. I don't know what I'm saying. May I ask you something? It's about last night. Did the great squash ever show up? That's Pumpkin! Peppermint Patty's like, How do you tell a pumpkin that you don't need him anymore? This is the time of year when birds fly south for... Okay, cute. This is going to be a Thanksgiving one, Dylan. The winter! I think I'm in the flight pattern. Okay, going right over his house. Oh, this is one of my favorites when he gets all giddy. I'm hooked on autumn. A 3-inch kickoff. Anyone who would sit and watch leaves fall off a tree must be pretty stupid. I'm happy. I like a walk on a brisk fall day. Afterward, it's fun to come home and have a cup of hot chocolate and sit in front of a warm TV. Dylan, this is when times were simpler.
Yeah.
I know. And on Thanksgiving Day, they roast this bird, see? And they clunk. Oh, little friend of friends, don't worry. No one is going to roast you. If anyone tried to roast you for Thanksgiving, you know what I'd do? Bonk! I'd punch him in the nose. Now, what brought that on? Sweet little Snoops. Woodstock. He's very protective. Whap! I love raking. This is our Thanksgiving Day dance. It symbolizes our appreciation for all things good. It's sort of a dance of gladness. Woodstock is glad that he tastes terrible with cranberry sauce. You'll see these leaves. You see all these leaves falling? This happens every year. This is one of the cycles of nature. Oh, hi! Oh, Dylan, you have a new friend.
Yeah.
Snoopy.
Oh, yeah, I'm here to
You're
listen
just
to this.
in time for your story. All right.
Let's listen to it.
Okay. Here we go. And Lucy, hi, she's here
I wanna curl up here
too.
with
Because
her.
the cats love story time.
Oh,
They
yeah.
just love it. Hi. Oh, look at these two.
Everyone. Hey.
Okay. Here we
Oh,
go.
yeah. Let's hear it in.
There is a real lesson to be learned from this. Do you know what it is? Don't be a leaf, be a tree. Look at me like that. Oh, I'm sorry. Don't look at me like that or I'll let all your air out. Let's see. Look at Snoopy. He is one cool customer. Look at this.
Oh.
No one ever invites Joe Cool home for Thanksgiving. Look at his shirt. His shirt says Joe Cool. Here's Joe Cool hanging around the campus on Thanksgiving Day. Everything is closed. Everyone has gone home. No chicks, nothing. No one invited Joe Cool home for Thanksgiving, so he's buying a hamburger and a malt at a drive-in. Blech. See these leaves, Linus? They're flying south for the winter. What makes you think those leaves are flying south, Lucy? When you look up at a map, north is up and south is down, isn't it? Well, isn't it? See these leaves, Linus? They're flying south for the winter. Here you are, Snoopy. Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you.
Yay.
No cranberries? Oh, Snoopy. Okay, now we get to the Christmas one. Look at Snoopy is actually Santa. And Woodstock's like his little helper, his elf. I hear something. I thought maybe I was going to be visited by the old fellow in the red suit. I don't want you to give me anything for Christmas this year, Linus. Really? That's too bad. But I can understand how you feel and I admire you for it. Cancel that order for the $10,000 necklace. After the holidays are over and everything has quieted down, I'm going to slug you. Dear Santa Claus, I know you're a busy man. I don't want to waste your time thinking about what toys I might like. This sounds like you, Dylan. Sweet. He's over there thinking about Christmas. Make it easy on yourself. This year, just bring me money, preferably 10s and 20s. Maybe you can help me, Linus. When you write a letter to Santa Claus, where do you send it? To the North Pole. Where else? Well, I sort of thought that by this time he might have moved to a warmer climate. Dear Santa Claus, I am writing in behalf of my dog, Snoopy. He is a good dog. In fact, I'll bet if one of your reindeer ever got sick, Snoopy would fill in for him and help pull your sled. Well, perhaps not, but he's still a good dog in many ways. Good grief. I love how they always have that as the tagline. I'm going to be a shepherd in the Christmas play, Snoopy. This is the piece I have to memorize. And there were in the same country shepherds abiding in the field, keeping watch over their flock by night. That's a good line. I wonder who wrote it. You're going to be in the Christmas play too, Snoopy. I'm going to be a shepherd and you're going to be my flock of sheep. Do you think you can imitate a flock of sheep? No trouble at all. One beagle is worth a whole flock of sheep any time. And there were in the same country shepherds abiding in the field, keeping watch over their flock by night. Psst, flock! Ah! I love Snoopy. He's so cute. Ready, 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 ready. Snow! Oh, this is the little character. She reminds me of your Grandma Barbara, Daddy's mom. Daddy's mom had really curly red hair, Dylan. What a beautiful sight. All of nature is asleep under a blanket of snow. That's true. Merry Christmas, Charlie Brown. At this time of year, I think we should put aside all our differences and try to be kind. Why does it have to be for just this time of year? Why can't it be all year round? What are you, some kind of fanatic or something? Dear Santa Claus. Oh, Peppermint Patty, Dylan. She's writing Santa a note. Just a last note before you take off. She kind of reminds me of little Darby. I hope you have a nice trip. Don't forget to fasten your seatbelt. If you really liked me, you'd give me presents. If you really liked me, you wouldn't expect presents. Either way, I end up not getting any presents. Is it Christmas yet? 8 more days. If Christmas comes and you don't tell me, I'm going to hate you. Is it Halloween yet? Halloween is over. I hate you. Is it Christmas yet? 4 more days. How come it takes so long? Christmas is on top of a steep hill, and the closer you get to it, the steeper the hill is. Christmas is on top of a steep hill. Grandma says when she was little, she used to hang up her stocking on Christmas Eve. When Christmas morning came, she'd run downstairs and find it filled with apples and oranges. I can see it now. 3 grapes. Oh, she says, well, I better put a lot of socks up then. These kids are clever. I just don't know. Anyone who would fly around from house to house in a sleigh with a bunch of reindeer at night, yet has to be out of his mind. Whoomp. But we appreciate it. Merry Christmas. Oh, these were simpler times, Dylan. Woodstock, give me a tie for Christmas. I suppose he'll be hurt if he doesn't see me wearing it at least once. I think he painted the pheasant himself. New Happy Year. Ruff! Happy New Year. Check out these other Peanuts titles from Andrew McNeil Publishing. I'm Not Your Sweet Baboo. Screaming it. Snoopy, Boogie Down. Lucy, Speak Out. And there's the Peanuts gang. Oh, look at that. Commemorative print. Wow, that is a classic. Look at that. Oh, I love my favorite. There's Pigpen right there. And then they have a Peanuts calendar and another Peanuts calendar. A box one and a wall one. Super cool. Celebrate the holidays with this special collection of Peanuts cartoons. Dear Santa Claus. Okay, we just read that one. This was copyright in 2019, and this went with our DVD box collection. Okay, this one was a classic. We've had this hardcover for a while. The Golden Egg.
Do we have to get rid of that one?
No, not necessarily, but we are keeping a digital copy of some of these real special classics. Pictures by Maggie Neen. The Golden Egg. We always put this book out at Easter time. This is sort of like an Easter classic. And the Easter Bunny would, when we would put the book out, the Easter Bunny would put out golden eggs for you, Dylan. And that would be part of your little hunt.
What kind of golden eggs I get here that have like special prizes?
Very special prizes. Not like your ordinary candy. It'd be like money or something really special.
Like special town toys.
Yeah, a toy or a bracelet or something special.
My favorite.
Little duck, where do you go? Searching here, searching there, looking high and low? Look at this magical little garden door. Look, someone has great landscaping, Dylan. Did you see how they do these trees? Boy, this gives you a run for your money, Mr. Landscaper. Look at that.
Ooh.
I'm off to find an Easter egg, says Duck, all bright and bold. Oh, look, a dragonfly. A very special egg indeed, an egg that's made of gold. And these are thick pages. It's kind of like a nice special children's book. Little duck, what have you found? Looking here, looking there, searching all around. I found a lovely shiny egg. I found an egg, it's true. But this egg isn't gold at all. So he just wants the golden egg. And look at little Mr. Snail. And the little heart-shaped petals. Oh, I love on the daffodils. I love all of the little decorations. Got ladybug. And these are like very glittery if you look in the right kind of light. Oh no, says Chick, but it's blue. Wait, did I forget to open this one up? Oh no, that one doesn't open. So, they found a blue egg, honey.
Awesome.
Look at this, like a little rabbit maze. Boy, look at the landscaping on this. And there's the little Darby ladybugs. It's very magical. Magical little cutouts.
Oh, yeah.
But what's that glinting over there, says Chick all eagerly. So side by side they go to look. Whatever can it be? And there among the garden flowers they find to their surprise. Oh, it's all red. Wow, a shiny egg of ruby red, all ringed with butterflies. And there's this one, beautiful, all shiny, magical. Dylan, I read this book to you when you were a baby, and you just loved it. They search the sunny meadow, the lambs leap as they pass, and there they find another egg that's lying in the grass. It glitters in the sunshine. Chicks chirp aloud, hooray! But Duck just says, look at these beautiful animals. It's purple, and carries on her way. Try to get some of the color. There we go, color. It's a very beautiful book, Dylan. They stop beside a bubbling brook, and Duck lets out a quack. Swan is swimming down the stream, and cradled on her back, there is an egg so dazzling, so bright it makes them blink. But is it gold? Oh no, says Swan. My egg is rosy pink. It's pretty though. They want gold, but they have every other color. It's so festive. Look at that. Look at the brightness. Oh, this book is so classic. With all the little dragonflies. Into the wood goes little Duck to summon further help. The woodland creatures scurry up, and one lets out a yelp. I found an egg, says Fox Cub. The best I've ever seen. There's the woodland, Dylan. And nestled in the dappled shade lies Foxy's egg of green. Ooh, that one's beautiful. I think Mary would love this one, huh? She liked all the Irish stuff.
I wish the Easter Bunny could be like a tutor and help me with my math.
Yeah, the Easter Bunny might not be very good in math, though.
Or state capitals. You gotta know that.
I know. I'll help you, though. Just want to get through the book. Just then, 2 rabbits scamper up, and then another 4. We are the Easter Bunnies, and we have Easter eggs galore. Come look inside our basket. There's surely one for you. Look at all these cute little daffodils and daisies. Oh, look at this beautiful. I just love the illustrations in this book. But all their eggs are silver and simply will not do.
I wish we lived there.
I know.
I would enjoy having living on a prairie with a nice big hole as a house, all decorated up.
Like a nice cozy cave.
Yeah. I'll even invite the Easter Bunny or Lamb over for dinner one day.
That would be great. Says Little Duck, these Easter eggs are beautiful indeed, but one made out of solid gold is really what I need. Butterfly. Then, come on, Tippy, story time. But then you must find a golden goose, Duck hears a bunny say. Look at this little rat. Come on, Tips. Come on, baby. And if you like to follow me, I'll gladly lead the way. Oh, Bunny's gonna take him right to the golden goose.
Oh, awesome.
I know.
I couldn't remember this one was Missouri. Perfect. That's my next one.
Okay, Tippy, come on. So off they set, and soon they find a goose upon her nest. She looks a little puzzled when she hears of Duck's request. I do not have an egg of gold, she says and shakes her head. But here's a lovely Easter egg that you can have instead. It's gold and red and pink and blue. And green and silver and purple too. But underneath the wrapping, it's just like all the rest. So here's a golden goose, but she says, nah, no dice. She didn't have what they were looking for, honey. It's like when you finally find the golden goose and she says, we're out of stock. But these are so shiny still. Like I'm trying to show it in the story on the recording. Oh. Look at this. For everyone knows Easter eggs of chocolate are the best. Yay, Dylan!
I wish I got a good luck Easter egg right now.
Oh, you had plenty of yummy Easter eggs though, so you don't.
I just wish I had like a magic one right now.
I know.
Or like you can rewind time.
Oh, I missed a spot. Look, this is more of the scenery that I didn't see on this side of the
Oh
page.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Beautiful.
Hey,
Yeah.
that looks like the thing. Here, I gotta tell you, Fantastic Chiller, something.
Yeah.
You see this?
What?
You know, at Aurora Seco Golf Course, we don't usually see those in South Pass.
Oh, a swan.
You saw
Yeah.
a swan in the mini. There was like a little stream going by in the golf course. You
Uh-huh.
saw a swan like eating the fish out of the stream.
You saw a swan yesterday
Yeah.
at the golf course when you were at your golf
It was
lesson,
like little
huh?
tiny fishes, like the size of like the size of a USB.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Join Little Duck in a hunt for the golden Easter egg and discover a glittering rainbow of colors along the way in this beautiful Lift the Flap book. So this one was copyrighted in 2000, but there is an older version that I had, because this is kind of a classic, The Golden Egg. Anyway, I love this book, and you know, the Easter Bunny never lets us down. He always brings you some special, very elegant golden eggs for Easter.
I want to plan something epic for next year.
So even though at the book they only got the colored eggs, we end up with the golden egg, or more than a few golden eggs.
Well, you know what? Probably by Easter I want to get a special hat, Dylan's World, and I'm going to sign it with a golden pen.
The end.
Yay!
Okay, this book is special. We're going through our little library at home. We have a lot of books here in our home. And this one I got a while ago, ABCDC. It's a hardcover book. It's very special. I got this for Dylan when he was a baby. Rock star. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you rock with me? And this was something I got a long time ago back. Dylan was still my little football. Now he's a big boy.
I wish I was still a football.
You'll always be my football in my heart. But this was just so fitting because Daddy was a rocker and I love my rock and roll. And now we have all the greats. We have Hendrix, Stevie Nicks, we have Paul McCartney, Ozzy, Jimmy Page, Paul Stanley, Elvis, Bono, Freddie Mercury, John Lennon. I mean, what's the guy from Kiss? Okay, we have Axl Rose, Ace. I'm trying to think of his name. Ace Frehley. It's a funny one. And gosh, so many, too many to name. Slash. Here's AC/DC. Singer. I think it's a singer.
Okay.
Oh, this book belongs to Dylan. This was just a long time ago, honey.
Wait, before we start into this book, oh wait, never mind. You can keep going.
Okay, I'll keep going. Wait, I'm trying to figure out when this was copyright, though.
By the way, I'm just listening from down here.
Oh, see you.
Because in 5th grade,
2018.
because in 5th grade you have to do a lot of homework, and I'm working on some stuff. Pan down here real quick, Mom.
Okay.
Alright.
I'm just going to keep going, Dylan,
Okay.
because now we're going to get too long of a video.
Almost done.
A is for AC/DC, and they are Thunderstruck. Awesome. B is for the Beatles, and they all live in a yellow submarine. Woo! C is for Coldplay, and they wrote a song for you. D is for David Bowie, and he was a hero just for one day. E, of course, is for Elvis, and he ain't nothing but a hound dog crying all the time. They even have the tear. F is for Foo Fighters, and they are learning to fly. Dylan, quick fun fact. After I gave birth, we were at Hollywood, Kaiser. We were leaving. We're leaving the hospital. And I had to wait in the wheelchair. They made me go down with, and Daddy had to bring the car up to pick me up. And then we had to show the nurse that we had the proper car seat. So they wouldn't let us leave till we showed that we were responsible and we were taking you home properly. And as we were getting loaded in the car to leave, this entourage showed up right behind our car. And I said, oh my goodness, there was so much security running around. And it was this guy right here. What's his name again?
Where?
This guy.
Oh, I don't know.
I forgot his name. I'm blanking out. But anyway, his wife was giving birth, and she was coming into the hospital as we were leaving, and so they were going to get checked in. And they had their baby the same place you were born.
Mm.
Why do I not remember this guy's name?
I don't know.
Alexa, what's the singer from the Foo Fighters?
Dave Grohl is
Oh, yeah.
the singer and guitarist of the Foo Fighters.
Dave
He
Grohl.
founded the band in 1994 as a solo project.
Okay, Alexa. Alexa, stop.
By the way,
Okay, so Dave Grohl.
Chillers, Alexa, this new update has a little attitude, okay?
she's a little feisty, isn't she? We got an
Last week we were
update.
reading. I'll tell you later on my podcast.
Okay, G is for Guns N' Roses, and they want to welcome you to the jungle, baby. The concrete jungle here in LA. H is for Jimi Hendrix, and he has a purple haze all around him. I is for Iggy Pop, and he rides through the city's backsides. Yeah, he always was shirtless too. J is for Joan Jett, and she wants to put another dime in the jukebox, baby. K is for Kiss, and they want to rock and roll all night and party every day. Just like Daddy. L is for Zeppelin, Led Zeppelin, and they come from the land of the ice and snow. M is for Metallica, and they are the master of puppets.
Did you get to S yet?
Not yet. We're doing it in alphabetical order. Can you name the guys from Metallica? This was an early lineup.
I'm not that good.
Oh, this is Cliff Burton, the old bass player before he died.
Let me guess, is this?
Lars, the drummer.
No.
James Hetfield, singer, guitarist, and Kirk Hammett, other guitarist. And you know who used to teach Kirk Hammett the guitar? Joe Satriani, right?
Oh.
Is it Joe Satriani? Joe Satriani used to be Kirk Hammett's guitar teacher. That's the coolest thing I've ever come to know. Okay, Nirvana. N is for Nirvana, and they are locked inside a heart-shaped box. Now, this is Dave Grohl. So he formed the Foo Fighters, Dylan, but he used to be the drummer in this band before this guy went blew his head off. O is for Ozzy Osbourne, and he's going off the rails on a crazy train.
May he rest in peace.
May he rest in peace. Boy, did he have an incredible life and legacy. P is for Pink Floyd, and they're swimming in a fishbowl. Oh, yeah. You guys have some interesting albums. Q is for Queen, and they've got mud on their face, kicking their can all over the place, singing, we will rock you. There's Brian May. He joined up with when he did was it Five Finger Death Punch, when they did that song with Kenny Wayne Shepherd, and Brian May was in that video. Pretty cool song. Blue on Black or something. R is for the Rolling Stones, and they are men of wealth and taste. Good old Mick, the big lips guy. You know, I saw these guys perform at the Rose Bowl,
Awesome.
and I got paid while I watched them because I was doing ushering concerts with Papa. We used to work at the stadium, and this is when they were doing their little Voodoo Lounge tour. It was a crazy bunch of people that showed up. S is for Stevie Nicks, and she is just like the white-winged dove.
And don't forget the Sun Band.
Oh yeah, and the Sun Band, Dylan's band.
I've almost done with my first album. I'll reveal it pretty soon.
Very good. T is for Tina Turner, and she is simply the best, better than all the rest. That was an 80s icon right there, with her wild hair. She was fun. She always looked like life was fun. U is for U2, and they still haven't found what they're looking for. Yep. They're looking for Patch. V is for Van Halen, and they're going to go ahead and jump. Oh, love these guys. Pasadena Boys. So we got David Lee Roth, the original. We've got Eddie and Alex, brother, the Van Halen brothers. And then we've got Michael Anthony on the bass. These guys were low. Michael Anthony was from Arcadia. David Lee Roth's father's home is still here in Pasadena. I'm going to drive you by it and show you. He still owns the same home that his father, Dr. Roth, left him.
Victory!
We're gonna do actually a Van Halen episode. Daddy and I were talking about it. The Who is W is for the Who, and they are Pinball Wizards. That was one of their songs. Pinball Wizard.
Ping Pong Wizard?
Pinball.
I know.
X is for In Excess, and they were standing there when two worlds collided.
Two worlds?
Oh, it was just lyrics in one of their songs. Okay. And Y is for Neil Young, and he keeps searching for a heart of gold. Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, 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 dun.
Good luck, Neil. Z is for ZZ Top, and the girls are crazy about these sharp-dressed men. Yes, they are. Woo! Every girl crazy about a sharp-dressed man. Yes, look at that. And the one guy that has no beard, telling his last name is Beard, Frank Beard, the drummer.
Where?
The drummer. His last name is Beard, and he's got no beard. And these other two, rest in peace, Dusty. Dusty died, bass player, and then
What happened to him?
I don't know if I have to look that up. He had some kind of illness. He didn't tend to it properly, and he was going to go back on tour, and it never happened. But yeah, that's it. This was a book for Dylan, my little rocker bee. I called him my little sugar bee, but he's my rocker, my football, my little baby boy. All right, thank you.
Bye.